Hi, you guys. This is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and American Freight Trucking here in Salt Lake City. Many of you guys have subscribed to my channel in looking for dispatch services and possibly other things like advice and ways to help you get going in the trucking industry. Many of you guys are brand new to the industry, and so I want to take a few minutes and kind of give you an idea of what sometimes we deal with when dealing with brand new motor carriers who just started, just got their MC authority, got their MC authority, got their USDOT, got some of the permits and things like that. In many cases, they don't have any of the permits outside of just the MC authority. And so, what those issues are is, I hate to say it, but it's really, it's laziness, okay? It's laziness. So I'll give you an idea. Just yesterday, I was speaking to a gentleman, and we'll call him Robert, okay? That's not his name. But I was speaking to Robert, and the guy is leased on to another company. He's not getting very good rates whatsoever. He's paying a huge amount of money, a percentage, to the company from his line haul in order to operate under this person's authority. And he's just saying, look, Vitaly, help me out, man. I'm not making any money and I'm paying this out and I can't use your services as well, which I completely understand, because he was paying those guys like 15% and then having to pay us 10%, 25% a line haul. I understand. It's just, he can't do it. And that's what I told him. I said, listen, why are you doing this? Open up your own authority and work hard. Your first 90 days will be very difficult. Most brokers won't want to work with you. That's the reason why we normally don't work with carriers who have been operating under their own authority for less than 90 days. There's a reason for that, okay? But in some cases I make exceptions, and I work with brand new guys, and it just really depends about the feeling that I get when I speak with them, okay? And here's the issue. When I spoke with this gentleman, like I said, we'll call him Robert, what did I hear from him? He's out in the East, all right? He's out in Jersey. And he said, Vitaly, no, I won't go. I won't go to the West. I don't like Western states. And I won't go in the Midwest. I won't go, most of the states out there. Now, he doesn't even have a trailer, all right? He doesn't actually have an MC authority. So I said, listen, Robert, here's the thing. You're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to bust your butt for the first 90 days at the very least, all right? Some brokers won't work with you for upwards of 180 days and just a handful upwards a year, okay? Now, those are small numbers. But in most cases, it's a 90-day trial basis. It's going to be very, very difficult. You're going to go out there and you're going to have to bust your butt in order to make your payments, cover your operating costs, and hopefully make a bit of money. Now, everybody works with us makes very good money, but that doesn't mean that I work with everyone, okay? And this is the reason. Because I said, Robert, you have bills to pay? Yeah. Do you have family? Yeah. And so why are you sitting around? Why are you being so picky? Why? You don't have a trailer. Your only option are power only. It's either going to be a tow away or you're going to have like loadouts and things like that. Both of those are a pain in the butt. Now, I get it. Power only is the biggest market in the trucking industry. I completely get it. But when you go from market to market, you may be just, you may be stuck without a trailer somewhere. Or you may arrive with a loadout early because you're not making, your appointment for the final delivery. So you may have to arrive early and drop that off. So it creates too many problems, especially considering that, the operating costs are up there. When you're a brand new carrier, there's only like, 1-2 companies that will even insure you. It's really low coverage, not very good. And the expense is very high. So you have all these barriers that are against you, and then you're telling me that you're not going to go? Like I have a couple of customers, okay? They're power only customers that run the Western 11. Look, they pay very well. Part of that is fuel surcharge. So that does go up and down a little bit. I completely do understand. And it's not something that I would recommend someone just to continuously do that. But I said, listen, Robert, go out there, work with these guys. Let me take care of this. I've already increased the rates. You go out there, bust your butt, make that money. I'll take care of everything, okay? I'll help you out as you go. I'll give you tips and pointers. I'll give you the help that you need in order to be successful, okay? Make that money, get out there, and get yourself a trailer. Once you do that and you have a bit of experience under your belt, and you're able to go out there and actually be recognized by different brokers, shippers, 3PLs, whatnot, you freight forwarders, right? What have you. And at that point, I'll have my hands untied. I'll be able to help you out. But as a new guy who knows next to nothing about the trucking industry, who's leased on to another carrier helping build their business, and then you're going to come tell me that you're not going to go here or there and you're not going to cover half the country? Well, guess what? You don't have enough pain. You need more pain. All right? So I sent the guy an email and I said, look, this is what you need to do. This is how you open your MC authority. This is what you do with your DOT. Here's a couple of leads for you for insurance companies that I've worked with that will work with you as a new carrier. And basically go out there and do whatever you want. But when you have that pain, when you figure things out and you realize that you need to go out there and you have to work hard, give me a call and once you're set up and once you have your MC authority and once you have a little bit of time under your belt and once you've actually seen what the markets do and you start understanding things, I'll help you out. You'll go out there, I'll help you get some permits. I'll get you, your KYUs, your New Mexicos, your New York, your Oregon bond or whatnot, so that you can do business with these states, right? Get yourself a trailer, get yourself decent coverage, get your truck figured out, get all these things figured out. But I'll never understand someone who just barely entered the market, actually doesn't even have an MC authority, doesn't have any experience whatsoever in the trucking industry, working as an owner-operator, as a carrier working under their own authority, and will not go to the vast majority of states. What do you want me to do? You want me to circle you around in the Northeast out there with high traffic, low paying freight that's going west? You want to make money? Let's make money. But if you're lazy, you're never going to make it in this industry. Because I'll tell you what, I have friends in this industry that have grown over the past 2 to 3 years to now, small fleets. They have, just under 10 trucks. But that's a lot. I mean, can you imagine their expenses? They're all brand new trucks, all brand new trailers. They all have drivers under there. They have dispatch offices. They have, a staff that takes care of their documentation. I mean, can you imagine their expenses? Those guys, that guy that I'm referring to right now, he had to bust his butt, and my respect to him, because I know what it takes, all right? I know what it takes in order to succeed in this industry. You have to ride the waves. Just because the ELD market, just because ELDs came out and freight rates spiked, like I tell everybody that I talk to, listen, what comes up must come down, and it has. The market is going through a correction. You have to ride it out. You have to ride it out. Now, can I still get really good rates? Absolutely. Can I still negotiate freight rates and good opportunities for my carriers? Absolutely. But you better believe me that I'm not going to waste my time working and trying to please a person who will not be pleased, who will not understand. When you're giving them a really good rate, when you've negotiated this, when you've squeezed every dime out of a broker to get this guy the money that he needs because he's crying to you that his kid's got nothing to eat. And then he comes back to you and says, I won't go there. It's too cold in Colorado. I don't like putting chains on. I don't like to deal with the people of California. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like mountains. I don't like this. I don't like, traffic. I don't go anywhere past the Appalachian Mountains. Millions. I mean, I get so many different excuses. Here's the thing. When you have a bunch of drivers under you and you have money in the bank and your equipment's paid off and you're growing and you're comfortable, you know what? That's fine. That's where I'm at. All right? I'm happy. This is extra. This dispatch stuff, this is extra. I have my own trucks. I have my own drivers. Okay? I don't drive. I don't even have a CDL. I'm a sales guy. All right? And I know how to get rates. I know how to talk to brokers. I know how to negotiate these things. I understand market dynamics. I understand commodities. I understand how to get guys up and running and profitable. But I cannot get that proverbial horse, bring them to the water. I can bring them to the water. In fact, I can bring the water to the horse, but I cannot make that horse drink. So please, look at what you're doing. What are you doing that's wrong? Most of the time, the common denominator, it's not the brokers. We all like to hate on the brokers. A lot of them are, not very good. They're not very good people oftentimes. But here's the thing. The common denominator is always you, the trucker, the carrier, the fleet owner. If you're out in Florida and everybody's paying $1.20 and I'm getting you $1.50, $1.60 to get out of there, and you're not taking freight because I'm getting you to under $2, listen, you're going to have a great average. Let's get you out of that. Let's get you out of Miami. And then let me get you to a decent area. And then once I get you there, let me run you around. Then I'll bring you back home. And you're going to have a good month. And you're going to be happy. Okay? But if you're going to sit there, think about your fixed costs. Anyway, guys, not to knock on you guys. I just want to really bring this up to your attention because this is happening constantly. Right now, my phones have been blowing up. You know what I mean? Because everybody suddenly wants a dispatch service, right? Because suddenly they're like, oh, I'm not making ends meet. Well, guess what? Guess what? It's not the dispatcher's fault. It's not the broker's fault. It's your fault. All right? It's your fault for being lazy, for not understanding things, not knowing your own operating costs, not understanding your business, not staying on top of things. You understand? You have to take responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions and your inactions. Anyway, enough said.